Hello there, it's the admin who must not be named again. Yeah, this is basically a video response to Ali, who did her fandom tag. So yeah, it's another fandom tag video thing. Yeah, you can tell I'm really prepared for this. Yeah, so, question 1. What fandom have you chosen? Well, me being the admin of a Harry Potter page, I had to pick the Harry Potter fandom. I've also picked another obscure, well, more obscure fandom that not many people seem to know, which is the TAWMNBN fandom. From the TAWMNBN fandom is written by TAWMNBN, mainly from, I don't really know how to explain it. And now my mic is making weird noises. Anyway, the TAWMNBN universe, mainly from the time of Song of the Lioness. So yeah, that took ages to do the first question. I am awesome. Okay, question 2. What is your favorite canon ship? Yeah, canon is basically anything that has happened in the book, so as opposed to, say, fan fiction. So my favorite HP canon ship would have to be Ron and Hermione. I don't know, it's just the idea of, you know, two friends falling in love and living happily ever after, I guess. And my favorite canon ship from TAWMNBN is probably Alana/George. So that would be Alana the Lioness and George Cooper, because, I don't know, they're just awesome. Question 3. What is your favorite non-canon ship? For Harry Potter it would have to be Hermione. Or maybe Wolfstar. I haven't really decided. And for TAWMNBN it would have to be Alana and Jonathan. So yeah. Question 4. Favorite character and why? Harry Potter, it would have to be Luna, because Luna has taught me to be myself, because Luna is so weird in the movies and everybody ignores her or makes fun of her, and she just, you know, keeps going along with her stuff and her happy beliefs and things, and she taught me to be myself and to not care about what other people think and stuff, because yeah, that's really important to me. And my favorite character from TAWMNBN would have to be Fave, and she's got a full name as well, because yeah, she just has a full name as well, but I can't pronounce her last name because it's really hard to pronounce. It's like Jan Willima or something, and I'm not going to embarrass myself further. Anyway, it's because she's a princess of Saran, and sorry, Sarain, I can't pronounce that either. She's a princess, and she's the only daughter of the warlord. And basically there's a civil war going on, and she can be used as a pawn, but she doesn't let that stop her. She becomes a warrior, and she fights, and basically she's not very weak or anything, you know, she's very strong and forward, and she knows what she wants to do with life, and that's why she's my favorite character. Because she's not just one of those generic princesses who are sacrificed to like a dragon or something. She will probably fight the dragon if it came down to it. So anyway, number 5. Least favorite character and why? For this one, for Harry Potter, I'd have to say Zacharias Smith. And just because he is a git. He joined the Dumbledore's army, and then he decided he didn't like it, and I think what it went along was that he ended up abandoning them. And he's actually a Hufflepuff, which really disappointed me, because Hufflepuffs aren't supposed to do that. And, you know, it just pissed me off, because I didn't like the idea that we had someone just go and abandon Harry Potter and the Dumbledore's army and everything when they needed everybody. And yeah, so I guess it's also the idea that, you know, there are other people who don't go with their houses, like, you know, Peter Pettigrew was in Gryffindor, but he betrayed the Potters. Things like that. It just pissed me off that Zacharias Smith was just a git in the end. My least favorite character for TAWMNBN, sorry, is actually not from Song of the Lioness, it's from her latest series, Becca Cooper. His name is Lionel of Tree-Bond, and he appears in Bloodhound, and basically because he is a coward and he just folded over to the rogue's demands because he was scared of her. And that just sucks because then along comes Alana, years later, Alana of Tree-Bond, who is also the lioness, and she basically proves who she is and she's a strong person and all that. But Lionel just folds over and he's just a cowardly scumbag, and yeah. Do I have a favourite fanfic of this fandom? This is question 6. Yeah, I'm really derping in this, aren't I? So, question 6. Do you have a favourite fanfic of this fandom? And if so, which one? For Harry Potter, my favourite fanfic would have to be the Facebook newsfeed edition. If you want more information on it, you can check the links below. And yeah, it will send you right to them. This also has sequels 2 and 3. 1, 2, and 3 are for Philosopher's Stone, Chamber of Secrets, and Prisoner of Azkaban, respectively. Yeah. Whoever wrote these is amazing, and I wish to worship you, like, a lot. But yeah, I will stop the creepiness. My favourite fanfic of the TAWMNBN fandom would have to be one written by someone called Pippa Spark on fanfiction.net. It's called A Fiasco Worthy of a King, and it's basically just a one-shot, really cute and humorous thing between Alana and John about how they accidentally get married. So yeah, I thought it was really cute. Okay, question 7. What other fandom do you want to see a crossover with? And or if there has been one, what is your fave? Well, I don't really see crossovers, like I don't follow crossovers on fanfiction or anything much, but if there were crossovers, well, I'd like to see Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings, because, you know, the Golden Trio and teaming up with the Fellowship to take on Lord Voldy and Saruman. That would be awesome. Saruman. Fail. Sauron. Although you also face Saruman, but that's not the point. And Torsal, I would like to see crossed over with Tamar Pierce's other universe, which is Emmeline, which includes like Sandraline Fatoran and Tristana Chandler and all those people. So yeah, I'd like to see how those two get along with each other, especially Alana and Tristana. Those two with their tempers, that would be something I'd really love to see. Anyway, I say I'm a loss. Yeah. Okay. What is my favourite quote? That's question 8 from Harry Potter. Has to be, we'll send you a Hogwarts toilet seat. So basically, Ginny's going away to Hogwarts. No, sorry, Ginny's not going away to Hogwarts, what am I saying? Ginny's sad that the other's going away to Hogwarts. This is from Philosopher's Stone. And, Fred says, oh, don't worry, Ginny, we'll send you lots of letters. And then George looks at him and then adds, oh, we'll send you a Hogwarts toilet seat. And Mrs. Weasley's like, George? And it was the one thing in the book, like, it was one of the first books I've ever looked at, and I either laughed. It made me laugh out loud, and I went back to read it. I've been back to read it so many times just because it made me laugh every single time, and it's so amazing. Like, just actually something making me laugh, because that was the first thing that made me laugh in real life, and yeah, and I'm rambling again. But yeah, that's really what I think about it. And my favourite quote from Torsal, the Total Universe, would probably have to be from Song of the Lioness, the book 4 called Lioness Rampant by Alana of Tree-Bond, and it goes something like this. Your artwork's improved. The one you did with Delia made her look like a cow, though now that I think of it, maybe that was the subject matter. And basically, yeah, it's about, well, you have to read the book to find out, because I just can't explain it, it's too funny. Anyway, question 9, least favourite scenes. For Harry Potter, it has to be in Half-Blood Prince, in the movie, when the Death Eaters invaded through the Vanishing Cabinet, and the simple thing is because because there was supposed to be a massive fight between them and the Order, and Bill was supposed to be injured by Greyback, and there was supposed to be a whole lot of drama, and everybody's running around going, what the hell's going on, there's stuff blowing up, but they just sort of invaded and killed Dumbledore and like snuck out in the dead of night and nobody noticed, and that pissed me off because I wanted to see a massive firefight, and I wanted to see Bill get injured, and I wanted to see all these things, but it didn't happen. And my least favorite scene in Torsal would have to be Tom dying, which is from Linus Rampant. And Tom is Alana's twin brother, and he dies at the... Yeah, spoiler alert, sorry, I shouldn't have said that. I should have said that it was a spoiler alert, but if you read it before then, yeah, you should have read it by now because it's a very old book. Tom dying is my least favourite scene, just because it's just scary, because, well, personally, I actually have a twin myself, and to know, and suddenly, you know, if she suddenly died like that, like he did, and yeah, that would just suck, and I don't want it to happen. Anyway, but yeah, and, you know, you just think someone lives forever and all of a sudden they're dead. But yeah. My favourite scene, this is question 10, my favourite scene is for Harry Potter in the movie when Harry gets the firebolt. And then, you know, he's flying, and then the last shot you get, and he's suddenly blurred out, and you hear his yell echoing through the cinema. That shot was just really, really cool. You know, I just thought it was amazing, and the way it seemed to capture his happiness on his face and his extreme joy and everything, and it was just him. And that's just, you don't see those things very often in the movies, at least. And then my other favourite scene in Harry Potter was after Philosopher's Stone at the end of the book, when they all meet up in the movie, and they're all like, oh yeah, how you doing? Yeah, we're all right. And, you know, Harry walks out of the room and he sees Ron and Hermione staring at them from the top of the stairs, and the grins on their faces, and they're just all best of friends and everything, and it's really adorable and cute, and you want to cry because it's so pretty. Yeah. So for total, my favourite scenes was in Linus Rampant, when Alana, she's in the Hall of Crowns, just brooding or something, and she sees all the gods, like all of them, stretched out before her, and she's really scared and like in awe, and she hides her eyes, and that just sort of thing, the way it was described and everything, and the fact that she met all, well, she didn't meet them, but she saw all the gods, and it just sort of gave me the shivers. But yeah, and then my favourite, also another favourite scene was also in Linus Rampant, when she goes back after the battle and everything to hide with, well, not hide, but she goes back to recover with the Vizier, and she meets the wildcat, the Shang wildcat, Idabel, and she looks up into the sky, and then there's a brief description of Faithful the cat as a constellation at the foot of another constellation called the Goddess. And it's just kind of cute because it connects so many dots, like he's a constellation, and you just see him, and obviously he must come down every now and then to see people, you know, because he helps Becca. Well, it's alleged that he's the same cat that helps Becca. And then Dane also sees him when she gets sucked into the Divine Realms and all that. It's just, I just like things like that that connect all the dots. Yeah. So anyway, I'm taking ages. Yeah. 11. Why do you love this fandom? Well, for Harry Potter, it allowed me to live in another world, because, you know, with magic that existed, but it was set, well, it was set in the real world, but magic existed, you know. It was so close to the real world, you could actually imagine, maybe it did exist, and I'm a muggle, and that's why I didn't know about it sooner. Or I'm a witch, and my letter hasn't arrived yet because Errol's got it, or Dobby stole it, or something. But it's not just that. For me, it had so much in it. It had so many things in it. Like J.K. Rowling, she created the Thestrals, she created the Hippogriff, she described the Gryffindor common room. She had to do a lot of thinking to put into it, and I admire people like that. And it's amazing because it's so big. The world is just so big, and it doesn't just stretch to Hogwarts, it stretches to Beauxbatons, or however you pronounce it, Beauxbaton maybe? Anyway, it stretches to Beauxbaton and Durmstrang, and then there's the Salem Witches Institute in America, and blah 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 blah, the Quidditch World Cup and blah. It's so huge. It's amazing. And then for Torsal, I love it because of the same reasons. It's so imaginative, but at the same time, it's not set in this world, it's set in a completely alternate universe, like a completely different universe, different worlds and everything. And it's just, the thing is, I have a lot of admiration for people who write because they have to create entirely new worlds, or new worlds out of this one, or they set them alongside this one. And the fact is, they go into so much detail, and they think about so many different things to put into the books. That's why I have a lot of admiration for them, and that's why I love these stories. And also, I like TAWMNBN because there are a lot of strong heroines in this book. They're not all like little weak women hiding, cooking, making babies and stuff. That's not just their idea. It's women. They get up. They fight for what they think is right. Well, Alana, for example, she became a knight, and Becca Cooper, she was a provost dog. She's like a, I guess, their version of a policeman, and she became a legendary policeman, or provost dog, whatever. Anyway, but yeah, they were so strong in their own right. They were independent. They were proud, and that makes me proud because there is more than one stereotype. Well, women don't live up to their stereotypes, okay? Question 12. What is something you dislike about this fandom? Well, Harry Potter's obviously in the movies, because I just have to say a lot of the inconsistencies and a lot of things don't slot in right, and it just annoys me because I'm such a fanatic about those things, so yeah. And another thing about it that I hate about Harry Potter is that a lot of people discard Hufflepuff. Like, I'm a Hufflepuff myself, so maybe I'm a bit skewed, but everybody seems to hate on it. Well, not everybody, but a majority of people. And it's just because Hufflepuff is never there, so they're sort of seen as the extras in the background, you know, maybe like the painting on the wall that is just there to add the mood. But the thing is, what some people don't understand is that a lot of this world is held up by people behind the scenes. Like, if there wasn't Hufflepuff and Hogwarts, it wouldn't be Hogwarts, basically. And, you know, if Helga Hufflepuff didn't exist, there wouldn't be house elves in the kitchens, there wouldn't be a lot of the cooking, the recipes are made by her, so there wouldn't be a lot of that. You've got Cedric Diggory, he wouldn't exist. What else? There's a lot of other things. Things like Hannah Abbott. She married Neville Longbottom, and however much you want to hate it, I actually prefer it that way because it gives Hufflepuff a better limelight, and also because, to be honest, don't kill me, but Neville and Luna would never have worked. That's my opinion. Anyway, and then there's Susan Bones, who's related to Madame Amelia Bones, and it's thought that Madame Amelia Bones might have been a Hufflepuff because Susan was a Hufflepuff. That may have not been the case, but nobody knows. It doesn't matter. But the thing is, Madame Amelia Bones was a very good duelist. She was part of the ministry. She was very well respected, and she may have been a Hufflepuff. Little things like that. Nymphadora Tonks, who hates to be called by her last name, was a Hufflepuff. And I'm going to stop ranting about Hufflepuffs, even though I know a lot of people discard them as the extras, because Hufflepuffs are cool. And yeah, they're the glue. I personally think that Hufflepuffs are the glue that holds the school together. Because they're the loyal ones, they're the hardworking ones, they're the trustworthy ones, they're the ones that fade into the background and they don't mind fading into the background. That's just it. Anyway, another thing I hate about the Harry Potter fandom is that people fight a lot in it. Like, on Facebook. I'm on Facebook, obviously, and you just see fights breaking out all over the place on stupid little things in Harry Potter. And the thing is, I may be a big Potter fan, but the thing is, I have my priorities sort of right. I know that it's, in the end, I know it's fiction, and it doesn't actually matter whether you're right or not, because one, chances are you're on the other side of the world and you can't go over and punch their face in, which is silly anyway. Two, it will not end the world if you're wrong. It will not end the world if you're right. It will not make a big deal. And three, I think it's just stupid because there's so many other things you could be devoting your attention to. So yeah, that was just what I don't like about Harry Potter. What I don't like about TAWMNBN is that, well, the thing is, a lot of her books are centered on strong heroines. They're centered on strong women who get up and they find their own path, and they don't follow the one set out to them. They don't marry into good families, they don't make babies, and they don't continue their line, and blah blah blah. And that's all what noble women in the books are supposed to do. Well, at least in the TAWMNBN fandom. the thing is, they all end up being strong in their own ways, or they're all knights and they're all mages and they're all strong women, and it gets a little boring because it's basically the same thing but with a different little spin on it. But the stories themselves are amazing, and I guess it's just the women, I guess, they're just, you sort of just expect it after a while them to be strong, and it gets kind of a tiny bit boring. But not enough for me to stop loving it. Yeah, so anyway, that took ages. Question 13, who do you wish to tag? Hi, admins of Remus Lupin gave a new meaning to that. It's that time of month. So I'm going to name you guys by your nicknames because I am an evil little bitch. Yeah, so that would be Door and Wheels, Bumblebee, Teapot, Lemur, Apple, Fish, Pancakes, Juice, who else? I was, Light Bulb. I'm running out of names because I can't remember them all. I'm sorry if I forgot you. Oh shit. Excuse my language. I forgot Frames. Hi Frames, I'm married to you, hubby. Facebook married, that's my point. But yeah, hi Frames, you have to do it too. Haha. Yeah, and any other admins I may have missed. Oh, Strawberry. And I don't know if you're still there, Pudding. Yeah, I'm tagging just everybody because I can. Hi, anybody who takes part in the Banff RPG, I tag you all. So if you guys are watching this, hi, I'm Rose, the crazy Hufflepuff, you know, the crazy badass Hufflepuff of the Banff RPG. Yeah, if you guys are watching this, you have to do it too, because I'm an evil little bitch. Excuse my language, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'll shut up now, and maybe I should just make a ranty video talking about nothing, because this is taking a long time. So yeah, bye!